Which one of your word sums is the correct word sum?
The first one.
That's what I thought.
I just had a question. Did you ever think of that the base might have been a free base and when it would have been magic?
We thought about it, but because magic isn't a lot of words, but because like magi, I know I saw that in the dictionary, so I thought that it would be a prefix, but I didn't see many prefixes that were magic.
And then so I see is the base or the suffix? What is the base of the word?
IC was the base.
Okay, and do you know what that means?
Michael?
Wouldn't you have to put a E after MAG because it would double to one word?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
Mage, usually a mage is like
Yeah.
a wizard.
Yeah.
so you would have to, it would be MAGE, drop the ICAL. Maya?
Well, I think that since you found out that IC was the base, right? Okay, so if that was the base, then on your matrix, to me, it looks like magic is the base.
Yeah.
So how would
Well,
that be laid out?
Because in some of the resources that we found, like IC was the base, but then we just kind of knew that magic was the base because like if you had like I don't know, there's a lot of words with magic in it.
Like magic is a word by itself, and IC is basically a bound base.
Okay, then
What does it mean?
Like,
The base always carries the meaning, the main meaning.
that one we'll probably have to look up a bit more.
Yeah, and I was curious too because if you think magic is the base, right? Then how is the first one right? Are you still deciding between?
We're not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I do think that magic is the base though.
Okay.
Okay, so you had 3 different word sums and you decided that the top one was for sure, not pretty sure that that's going to be your final word sum, right?
Yeah.
Right, this is kind of like minus, but then in your matrix, it's MAGIC, magic. And since you have magic for your base in your matrix, and you have a meaning for that, do you think that's just the base altogether, and that your first word sum is incorrect?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you don't think IC so far has a meaning.
Not in anything that I could find.
Magic itself is the meaning, basically.
Okay, and that would probably be the base.
Maybe your first word sum is the syllables. Yeah. There's 3 syllables.
Magical. That's why it would be in most dictionaries and websites.
Brogan?
Have you ever thought about having IC as another suffix and then having MAGE, cross out the E when you're adding them?
Yes, I totally agree with Brogan and Michael that it would have to be MAGE base, because I remember when we looked up like words with magic in it and we found out that it was like an MAGE base as the class up on the board. Like where we wrote down a whole list of words and then we had to like find the base in it, and like they all were basically MAGE. I remember that. And then ICE, that I'm thinking that would have to be the suffix because you'd have to drop the E on that to basically, so it would have, because it can't be an IC suffix or else it would have to like double the suffix on it.
Can anybody
And
else
then-
think of words that might end with IC besides magic?
Wouldn't it?
Can you think of one?
And then I have one more thing.
Trinity, just one second. Can you think of any words? Frantic? Dominic?
Well, I have 2 things. It's not really about the IC thing, but it's
Let's see how many we can come up with, because if we can come up with some, then maybe IC is a suffix.
Well, with sycophantic and icy was the suffix.
Ah, okay. Michael, you got one?
Well,
It can't be IC. It could be an IC suffix. It wouldn't double because only bases could be doubled.
Right, right.
There could be twin suffixes.
Sam, you got one?
septic.
Septic. Okay, you got one?
I'm not positive, but fanatic, like what John Brown was.
Yes, fanatic. A fanatic, absolutely. So it's possible. It isn't ICE always. It could be IC. ICE is a suffix as well, but IC could be a suffix. What was your third point, Ryan?
So under your meaning of AL, and can you read me that definition one more time quickly?
Is a man given a name.
So basically what the AL there you're talking about is like a capital AL as the name Al. But I'm thinking of the suffix AL.
Good point.
For the thing about the MAG being the base, because I think that's right too because you could have a mage. A mage is a person who studies the magic of arts.
Interesting.